Hello, this is going to be a short video on the shortcut for the Format Painter. A really useful tool, the Format Painter, and I'll show you how to use it using the mouse and some of the problems you have, and that the shortcut to use it is so much better than actually the mouse way of using it. The Format Painter is essentially a way of transferring the format settings that you've got from one bit of text to another bit of text. It's a bit like copy and paste, but you're not copying the actual text, just the formatting of that text. Oh, also remember, people, if you want to speed me up on the YouTube videos, I'm trying to speak fast, but I tend to slow down. So if I do, speed me up by pressing Shift and full stop a couple of times. If you do Shift and comma, that will slow you back down if you need to. Remember the arrow keys if you want to skip back. So let me show you an example of, no, first let me show you where it is in the home ribbon. So I'm going to the home ribbon, it's in the clipboard section, it's that paintbrush icon, and when you hover over it you can see it pops up with an explanation on how to use it and the shortcut keys that we're going to use. Let me give you an example of how it works. There's two paragraphs here. The top one is in more or less the default font, which is Calibra. It's black and it's about size 9, probably size 11 actually. Let me check. Size 11, black Calibri. But the paragraph below is in a blue. It's a Times New Roman and it is size 9. It's smaller. Let's say we wanted to make the first paragraph look like the second paragraph. If you was using your mouse, first of all you put your cursor in the source text, you go to the home ribbon, click on the Format Painter icon, and then select the text that you want to change. But it only happens as a one-off. I'm just going to do undo here. And this is where the keyboard shortcut is better. It remembers the copied format and you can use it over and over again, and that's really useful. Let's say I want to copy this bottom. I'll do the same thing again. I want to copy the formatting of the bottom paragraph into the top paragraph. You just put your cursor in the source destination and you go Control Shift C. Remember, Control C is copy, Control Shift C is copy format. Now I'll select what I want to change and I'm going to go Control Shift V, and that will paste the formatting that you want. But I can carry on doing that if I want to. I can go on to another paragraph, Control Shift V, and then even I can go off and do loads of other things and come back later on and Control Shift V. It will, until you go and recopy some other different format, that will stay remembered. So that's a really useful function of the Format Painter that keyboard shortcut gives you. One of the things that you need to know about the Format Painter is when you're copying the format, you don't have to select the text, you just have to have your cursor in there, and you can go Control Shift C for copy format. But if you don't select the text, I've just put my cursor in the word powerful, and now I'm going Control Shift V. It will only change the word that your cursor is in. I'm just going to do undo. So if I want the whole paragraph, I have to select it and Control Shift V. Whereas you don't have to do it when you're copying, you just put your cursor in the text. Let's say I want to go back to this text here, put my cursor in it, Control Shift C, select the two paragraphs, Control Shift V. Another example where it's really useful is if you've just got one word, or it doesn't matter how many words, you've got some text that you want to change, but you want it to match the other text. Now, there is a format eraser in the home ribbon, which a lot of people might use for that, and I'll show you what happens when you do that. So I'm going to go into the home ribbon, and click on the format eraser, which is just under the 20 there. It says clear all formatted. See, I've clicked on that. But now what's happened, it's done it, it's got rid of the purple, but it doesn't match the rest of the text. It puts you all the way back to the default, which we know was Calibra 11. But what I've got here is I've got some size 14 text, and it could be anything, but my example, it's just bigger text, but it doesn't match, so that's not the ideal tool. I'm just going to do undo. This is where the format painter comes into its own. So I'm just going to go to the format that I do want. I'm going to go Control Shift C. I'm going to put my cursor in the word that I want to change. There's only one word, so I don't need to select it. Control Shift V. Now you see it's got rid of that purple formatting, but it's made it match the rest of the sentence it's in. So where keyboard shortcut again outshines the mouse is if I have to change 3 or more or multiple examples of text. If I go Control Shift V, I only have to do that once. If you was using the mouse, you'd have to re-click every time you use it. But here, as I said earlier, it remembers, so I can go Control Shift V, go to the next one, Control Shift V, go to the next one, Control Shift V. I mean, I could have selected all 3 in one go, but let's imagine they were all over the place. Control Shift C, Control Shift V for format painting, really useful. Please, if you have any questions, put them in the comments and I'll answer them. And thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and all of that, and see you later. Take care.